So I'm here with Tara, Indiana. She's a dominatrix running for president. Tara, thank you so much for talking to me.
Can I count on your support this November?
Absolutely. I'm very close to making a decision to vote for you.
Oh, good.
Maybe after this live, I'll be fully convinced.
Convinced. I'm hoping I can.
So sell me. Why should me and why should anyone else vote for you?
Oh gosh, I have more leadership experience than Donald Trump.
Yeah, well, that's,
Less skeletons in my closet than Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I mean, really, my stuff's all out there.
That's true.
It's all out there, so I think I'll make a better candidate.
And what issues are you passionate about? What issues are you running on?
I'm running on the Female Supremacy Party,
yes.
And our focus is on getting more women into leadership positions, because basically you guys, the men, have been running it for 6,000 years now.
Yeah.
Not doing
No, we're not doing too hot. No.
So I think it's time to, maybe try women in leadership positions. One of the things that I'm doing for the environment is I'm going to legalize polyandry. Now, polyandry is the practice of marriage to multiple men, one woman with multiple men.
Okay.
Because as global warming continues, we're going to have diminishing resources.
Yes.
And I mean, even if you just think about the cost of college tuition, you need about 4 or 5 husbands to put your kid through college now. So we're going to rearrange the family structure to be female-centered, with a group of husbands.
Yeah, and you could just one for each day, or maybe like one in each county, or one maybe like
No.
Ludacris, one in every area code.
No, it's not for the sexual. I mean, the sex is if you want, but it's more for the men to provide, to do things for the woman, so the woman doesn't have to cook or clean or do any of that stuff. So there'll probably be one man that takes care of the household, another man that maybe looks after the children, another man that's that you might use for sex. It depends. It depends on how you want to set up your new family structure.
And will you keep him in a cage like our friend here?
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah. So I see you have your main political rival here in a cage. What happened here? What happened here?
What happened here?
Yeah.
Describe
the process.
I think that most people would like to see Donald Trump shut up. So I have very effectively, finally, shut him up for good.
With what is that?
That's a deluxe ball gag. My friend Ralphie made that. That is the same ball gag that was used in Pulp Fiction.
Ooh. What's the difference between a deluxe ball gag and your regular old ball gag?
Okay. So you see it's got this, because most ball gags just go around just this way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
And it hurts.
So I don't care about that. But so they can push it out with their tongue. See, this you can't push out with your tongue. It's secured in the back. So you know that you've got a man that needs to be shut up.
What is this for?
Well, sometimes he struggles a little bit.
Oh, yeah? And what do you do when he struggles?
Just gotta...
Oh!
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of... There you go. So that's what I do when he struggles.
So what about foreign policy?
Foreign policy. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to institute a sexier enhanced interrogation program. So the go ahead, poke him.
You can.
Yeah, you can poke him as much as you want.
Yeah.
The interrogation program is going to be conducted by latex-clad dominatrixes.
Okay.
We're going to tie up the terrorists.
Yeah, and they're going to sing like a canary.
Yeah, and we're going to use teasing and denial. Do you know what teasing and denial is?
No, explain.
That's when you get a man really hot and bothered and really excited, but then you don't let him come. So you're ready to talk now, aren't you?
I will tell you anything you want.
I knew you would. So we're going to use this to extract information, and I can tell you it's going to be very effective because these men are sexually repressed anyway.
What do we got here?
So here we've got, this is the suspension.
Okay.
Sometimes you need to stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah. So you tie, you do the tying? Okay.
And this is the OBGYN table.
Okay, but what do you do on this? You do pap smears?
It depends. I'm really into fisting, so that's what I like to do. So I find an OBGYN table is like a good height for fisting.
For men?
Both.
Both.
I'm an equal opportunity fister. Men, women, anyone with a hole.
Speaking of which, who's on your short list for vice president?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I'm thinking about Mistress Genevieve, and because she might help me lock up the South.
Okay.
because she's a dominatrix in the South.
Okay, okay.
But I'm also thinking about Wanda Sykes, George Takei, and of course Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, I can see the common thread
Yeah.
throughout those. So have you reached out to the Elizabeth Warren camp?
I haven't reached out to the Elizabeth Warren camp, but I can do so now. I would love to have you as a vice president.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
You hear that? You know, Hillary bypassed you for VP, chose Tim Kaine. If you still want to be VP, here's your shot.
And Wanda Sykes, because I need help blocking up the black vote.
Well, cool. And so what else? What is this thing for?
Oh, that's a CBT chair.
Okay, what does CBT stand for?
Okay, so well, go ahead and sit down. I promise I won't hurt you.
Okay.
Okay, so you spread your legs.
Okay.
And then imagine if you were naked that everything would be hanging down and I would have access to it.
Okay.
And then I could tie your hands up this way if I wanted to, right? And then I can tie up your junk down here and tie your legs to this, and you're just vulnerable and exposed.
Why is it called CBT?
Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
You can say whatever you want.
Oh, cock and ball torture. That's what CBT is. Not cognitive behavioral therapy.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to have to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. I promise I may or may not have my clothes on when we come back. Now just, what do we do? Keep going?
Sort of a sexy teacher thing.
Yeah.
Like that.
We're back. So that hurt, but it felt kind of good. So I'm curious, what inspired you to run for president?
Well, I come from a political family,
Okay.
but it started pretty much as a joke on my birthday, probably just the way Donald Trump started off, just as a joke.
Yeah.
And I said it as a joke on my birthday. My girlfriend at the time thought it was a great idea and really encouraged me. And I've always wanted to be a political activist, and I thought this was a great opportunity to finally do that, because I want people to be able to see dominatrixes in a new way.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of discrimination in the S&M community.
Okay.
Towards the S&M community, and I.
In what, what's an example? Like what, in what way?
People commonly lose custody of their children. People face jail.
Jail?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of it's not legal. So the same things that any oppressed minority face: loss of home, loss of job, loss of reputation, loss of personal freedom. In particular, one of the things that really inspired me was I have a close friend who's a dominatrix, and when she was, her family literally kidnapped one of her children and took him away and then sued for custody because she was a dominatrix.
Oh, wow.
And this was while she was suffering through stage 4 breast cancer, and she never saw her kids again.
Oh, wow, that's terrible.
And she's an excellent mother. It was not.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just because of what she did for a living, and people do lose their children this way all
Yeah.
the time. So I'm hoping that people will see us more human now.
Well, that's a worthy cause.
Thank you.
I mean, I can tell you from being here, the hospitality has been excellent. Very polite and. What?
That's how we can get involved.
Oh, yeah. How could people get involved in your campaign?
Okay, well, the way that we're planning to defeat Donald Trump is to expose him for the Neil Dick's carnival barker that he is. I'm pretty sure that he's got a tiny, his penis is nowhere near that big.
Okay.
He's got a tiny micro penis. You can tell because he's got small hands. He wears a long tie so that he can cover it up. He builds these huge skyscrapers and puts his name on it. This is all to compensate for the size of his tiny, tiny penis. So what you can do to get involved and help is you can go on Twitter and just hurl small penis jokes at Donald Trump, please. That will help my campaign. Then the other thing we're doing is we're doing a campaign called Dildos for Democracy. And what this is I've set up a wish list for Donald Trump on Amazon.
This is a dildo for those of you who don't know at home.
So you could just go to Amazon, search for Donald Trump, you'll find his wish list, and they're all dildos on there that are 3 inches or smaller. All you have to do is purchase one of those dildos, and it will be shipped directly to Trump Towers.
Wait, so what's like the most intense thing you've witnessed in terms of?
You want that story
Yeah,
again?
I do.
Okay. All right.
I'm wondering if it's something that maybe might interest Donald Trump.
Well, we used to have in New York, when my dungeon was in New York, we had a client that we called the doctor, and he was a doctor. And basically he was into piercing, but most people when they think of piercing, they think of like little needles, you know, surface, just like that kind of piercing, it was surface piercing. He brought in scalpels that were about 1/4 of an inch thick, and he wanted them put through the head of his penis while it was tied up. You'd have to get head to toe latex, and you'd have to put tarps down, and then after you put the scalpels through, right through,
Right.
exactly. At the end, you would take them out, and the blood would be like a water fountain, and it would gush like this, and he would just jerk off in his own blood. So
On
that would
that
be the
note,
most extreme thing.
I think we got it.
Does that summarize it?
I think we got it.
Okay.
So Tara, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck,
Thank you.
and I hope you win.
I'm confident I will, especially with your support.